Hi everyone, today we build image slider with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let's get started. First, we create a slide container class. This div will have images and next previous buttons. Let's add the image first. The class name will be slides and fades. We are adding the first image and its width will be 100%. Image 1 and style width 100%. Then we copy this div and paste it for other pictures. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we will add the buttons. I use the frontend library for the buttons. The class name will be prev for the left arrow and next for the right arrow. Class prev and fast angel left. And next. When the buttons are clicked, the function named change slide will be called. When the left arrow is clicked, we give -1 value because it will be switched to the previous picture. When the right arrow is clicked, we give a +1 value because it will switch to the next picture. Okay. Now there will be dots under the pictures to see which picture is on the screen. Clicking on this point, dots will call the current slide function and the dots will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. On click, current slides, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. Now let's move on to CSS. First, as usual, the margin and padding values will be 0 and box sizing border box. Now we add style to the body. Background color will be white. Width will be 100% and height 100 viewport height. There will be justify content center to align everything in the middle of the page. Sorry, first the display flex and justify content center and align item center. This will have a flex direction column for the bottom row. We will add styles to the slide container. Max width will be 1000 pixel. Margin 0 from top and bottom and auto from right and left and position relative. Now let's add styles to the buttons. Prev and next. Position absolute it will be 50% from the top. We set the width, auto, and margin top, minus 1.4 ram, heading 1 ram, and color will be white, font size 2.5 ram, and cursor pointer. As you can see, the buttons appear on top of each other. For this, we choose the next class and change the rights 0. Okay. Now let's add the dot style. Cursor pointers, width and height 13 pixel, margin 0 from top and bottom, and 2 pixel from top and left and right, sorry. To round the sides, the border radius will be 50%. And background color. Display inline block. And add transition 0.6 seconds. Now the background color will be blue when the image is active or hovering over the dots. Sorry. Okay. Finally, we will add a style to the fade class. Animation name, fade, and animation duration 1.5 seconds. For fade animation, at first it will be 0% while opacity will be 0, and 100% while opacity will be 1. Now let's move on to JavaScript and build the image slider. First, we create the index value variable. The value will be 1. Now we are creating a function called displaySlides. It will take n as the parameter. We equate index value to n. Then we create a variable called slides. With get elements by class name, documents, get elements by class name, slides. Then we create the dots variable and call the dot class. Now if index value is greater than slides length, then the first image must be switched again, so we equate index value to 1. And if index value is less than 1, switch to the last image, so we equate index value to slide's length. There will be no slides display at the end of each loop to avoid displaying unselected images on the screen by creating a for loop. For let index equal to 0 and index less than slides length, slides index style display none and dot index class name is equal to dot e index class name replace active to null. Okay. Finally, slides index value -1 will display block and dots index value -1 class name is dot and active. We call the function and give index value as the parameter. Display slides and index value. I'm sorry. Okay. Now let's add the function of the buttons. Slides. The parameter of the change slide function will be an. If you remember, we gave -1 for the left above and +1 for the right above. For this, we add the value and to the index value. And we call the display slide function. Okay. And we create the current slide function. That we define for dots. We give an as the parameter. And we call the display slide function. And index. Sorry. Now that's done, let's test it. When we press the right arrow, the next picture is selected, and pay attention to the dots, the next dot is active. Okay. Let's test the same for the left arrow. It works smoothly as you can see. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.